a breeze in my hair, then stroll on till midnight without any cares, with the girl that I love holding on to me tight, living a storybook life in those Bay City nights. Well, the road that I have traveled took me to the place I thought that I should be. And the dreams that I follow just don't seem to be quite as much to me. And moreover, I look past my shoulder to see all the places I've been. Now it's so clear to me that the feeling I seek is in a place where my journey began. I want to walk by the river, the breeze in my hair, then stroll on till midnight without any cares, with the girl that I love holding on to me tight, living a storybook life in those Bay City nights. Well, my mind's eye sees the morning on the lakeshore, taking in the rising sun, or the fireflies at twilight dancing through the fields now that the night has come, and the chorus of sounds from the crickets around reach the moon like a grand symphony. It's the song that they sing and the memories it brings that takes me back to where I want to be. I want to walk by the river, the breeze in my hair, then stroll on till midnight without any care, with the girl that I love holding on to me tight, living a storybook life in those Bay City nights. No matter where my journey takes me, I know home is where my heart will always be. 'Cause it's friends like all of you that make this place the somewhere always close to me. But if somehow, some way I should ever lose my way and my road takes me off on my own, I'll just look back to see there's a home behind me, and it's there that I'm never alone. I wanna walk by the river, the breeze in my hair, let's stroll on till midnight without any cares, with the girl that I love holding on to me tight, living a storybook life in those Bay City nights. By the river, the breeze in my hair, let's stroll on till midnight without any cares, with the girl that I love holding on to me tight, living a storybook life in those Bay City nights. 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 Those Bay City nights.
Well, happy Polka Sunday morning, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio and the world. We are big in Bay City. We are big in Saginaw. We are big throughout the world, and you are an essential part of it. So thank you so much for tuning in. That was the fabulous Dyna Brass Orchestra, playing live at St. Stan's Festival in Bay City, Michigan, doing the fabulous Bay City Nights polka. How about that? So thank you very much for tuning in to the Sunday Morning Polka Show with your host, David Jackson. We're going to be here for the next hour, bringing you the finest in polkas, waltzes, and obedics, mostly in the Polish-American style. But we throw in some other stuff as well, some Slovenian sometimes, some Bavarian, some Mexican style, some Czech, you name it. We'll play it just to keep things interesting. We also bring you a feature called the Polish Word of the Day. Today's Polish word of the day is strona. Ta książka liczy ponad 500 stron. So there is the Polish word of the day, and the Polish word of the day in a sentence with a great big number. I'm not a big fan of great big numbers. I know my 1 through 10. I can probably do 1 through 100, but that's actually 500. 500. In any event, back into the music. Here is a fabulous tune from a great group from Toledo called Choice. Hope you like it.
Late when it's the nightlife, they don't hesitate. My girl stays home and takes care of me. That's what I like, it's the way it should be. She wrote the book on the ways of love. She was sent from heaven above. All that it took was just one look, and that's all she wrote, 'cause she wrote the book.
Till he came in between. Color it
tell me you will, especially when you won't. You tell me that you do, sweetheart, and then you really don't. You say that I'm your only, I see you with another. You can judge the book by looking at the cover. You say that it is purple when I know that it's blue. You tell me that it is false, although I know it's true. I say that there is bait, and you say there's no other. You can't judge the book by looking at the cover. Margie, Mary, Peach, yes, Joni and Angeline. All of them had vowed to me forever to be mine. Each and every one said that there would be no other. You can't judge the book by looking at the cover. No, you can't judge the book by looking at the cover.
You can't judge the book by looking at the cover. Yes, indeed. Eddie Blazonczyk speaks the truth on that one. Before that, we heard the coloring book, The Sad Waltz, from the Charm City Sound. And we heard Choice doing She Wrote the Book here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show of Northwest Ohio and the world. Yes, indeed, we have listeners all throughout the world, and boy howdy, we sure do appreciate each and every one of you who takes the time out each week to listen to maybe even only a few minutes. Some people listen to a few minutes, some people listen to the full hour. We just appreciate that you're here at all, giving us a chance to provide entertainment for you. We also provide information, and among that information is the news from Poland. Here's the headline. Poland to buy 250 U.S. tanks as it seeks to beef up defenses. Poland will buy 250 U.S. tanks as part of a deal worth around $6 billion, the defense minister said on Wednesday, as the NATO member seeks to bolster its defenses. In common with many other Eastern European countries, Poland's actually a Central European country. This news is from Reuters, they should know that. Poland has been unnerved by what it sees as increased Russian assertiveness since Moscow annexed Crimea from Ukraine in 2014. Of course, this is a response to the challenges we face in terms of international security, Mariusz Błaszczak told a news conference. Our task is to deter a potential aggressor. We all know where that aggressor is. Błaszczak said Poland would spend $6 billion on the Abrams tanks and an accompanying logistical and training package, as well as on upgrading infrastructure and buying ammunition. In May, Poland announced that it would buy 24 armored drones from Turkey, becoming the first NATO member to buy Turkish-made unmanned aerial vehicles, also known as UAVs. And that is the news from Poland. Back into the music now. Here's the Polka Family doing Army Days.
Szablą do świecisz się moja najmilejsza, smuci się moja najmilejsza, smuci się. Szabla przy boku, świecisz się moja najmilejsza, smuci się moja najmilejsza, smuci się. Hej! Szabla przy boku ziewieje, szabla przy boku ziewieje, moja najmilejsza, szaleje, moja najmilejsza, szaleje. Szabla przy boku ziewieje, moja najmilejsza, szaleje, moja najmilejsza, szaleje. Mój Boże, Boże, mój Boże.
Jestem ja synem generała, do wojska idź muszę. Nie smuć się, dziewczę, nie smuć się, nie, do ciebie powrócę. Już do wojska nie wołają i w mundur mnie ubierają. Raz, dwa, cię, hej, na lewo, prawo, nożka kładzie się już. Już do wojska mnie wołają i w mundur mnie ubierają. Raz, dwa, cię, hej, na lewo, prawo, nożka kładzie się już. Panie, bo praro nie dzieje się nie, to samo spotka się. Za 2 miesiące przegonią cię, to będzie z tobą źle. Jestem synem generała, to nie będzie ciężko mi dostać randzie ofiecera, będzie się kłaniał mi. Jestem synem generała, to nie będzie ciężko mi dostać randzie ofiecera.
hej, łopaki, zagraj mnie po polsku. Raz, dwa, one and a half. Raz, dwa.
go nie boi. Hupaj, hupaj, siupaj, hupaj, siupaj, hupaj, siupaj, dana, do białego rana. Hupaj, siupaj, dana, wczoraj spałem na podłodze, dziś na kupie siana. Hupaj, siupaj, dana, hupaj, siup, hej! Czarnym atramentem, czarnym atramentem, że się go nie boi z całym regimentem, z całym regimentem. Hupaj, hej! Hupaj, siupaj, hupaj, siupaj, hupaj, siupaj, dana, do białego rana. Hupaj, siupaj, dana, wczoraj spałem na podłodze, dziś na kupie siana. Hupaj, siupaj, dana, hupaj, siup, hej!
the Polish Polka Orchestra. They're from Poland, doing Hupaj Szupaj. We heard Jak to na wojence ładnie from Stanky and the Coal Miners. Before that, we heard the Touch of Brass doing the General's Son. And we heard the Polka Family doing the Army Days Polka. A 4-song set of fabulous polka music for you right here on the Sunday Morning Polka Show, excuse me, of Northwest Ohio and the world. Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for listening. We certainly appreciate it. At this point, I'll say you've made it halfway through, so you may as well stick around to see how the last hour turns out. It might be better. There might be less throat clearing, and the pronunciation might improve. Why don't we go ahead and visit that Polish word of the day one more time? Strona. Ta książka liczy ponad 500 stron. There's the Polish word of the day, and the Polish word of the day in a sentence. How exciting is that? Hey, keep those emails coming to sundaypolka@gmail.com. sundaypolka@gmail.com. That's how you reach this show. You can also see us over on Facebook. We have both a group and a page. And right now we've got about 1,364 people who are followers and likers of our page. How about that? Only took us 10 years, but we got there. All right, let's get back into the music, shall we? Now, the sound quality may not be as high as we would normally like sound quality to be on this next recording, but it's utterly worth listening to anyway. It is live from 1988. Rick Vanecki's Melody Kings with Freddie Zwick on clarinet from the 1988 Saginaw Polka Festival. Doing, I'm pretty sure, the clarinet polka.
again, the clarinet polka.
Whoops. Here we go. Now the volume is back on. Oh my. For those who are regular listeners, you'll note that the show is usually a little smoother than this, but this week we've allowed some bumps to enter into the process because it just makes it feel ever so much more human. Or at least that's what we'll tell the people. Hey, that right there was Rick Vanecki's band live with Freddie Zwick on the beautiful clarinet polka. That one goes all the way back to 1988 in the Saginaw Polka Festival from 1988. I saw some video from that. Looks like the big dance floor, the big festival was held right there on the floor of the Saginaw Civic Center, the hockey arena downtown. Not sure what it's called these days because everything has a new name. It's like Dow Event Center or something like that. Let us know by sending in an email to sundaypolka@gmail.com. We take chances on this show that probably other shows don't, playing songs that maybe don't have the highest quality recording. As you can imagine, that was recorded probably with just, one person's video camera pointed toward the stage. So what it lacked in tonal quality, it certainly made up for in musicianship and as a historic record of a beautiful event and time and place. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in here to the Sunday Morning Polka Show. We do appreciate it. We're going to play a song now that is just a classic. Everybody loves this one. I'll give you a second to pull the carpets back to the hardwood floors so that you can start dancing. Here are Poliga's Polka Dots. Yes, indeed, Poliga's Polka Dots, doing a song that everybody knows called the Hey Cavalier Polka.
Piękna jak laleczka, ale była zamorska. Sometimes when I think of her name, when it's only a game, and I need you, listen to the words that you say, it's getting harder to stay. When I see you, all I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. This is gonna take a long time, and I wonder what's mine. Can't take no more. Wonder if you'll understand. It's just the touch of your hand behind the closed door. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you.
Na kogo tylko czekasz? Na kogo powiedz droga? Nie powiem Jasieńku, nie powiem Jasieńku, nie powiem Jasieńku, komu podam. Nie powiem Jasieńku, nie powiem Jasieńku, nie powiem Jasieńku, komu podam. Mój tatuś mi otworzy i dużo nam pomoże. I ślubną sukienkę, i ślubną sukienkę, i ślubną sukienkę cię uwierzę.
prosto uszalać, nie stoć kielbasy i kury będzie smakować. Ej, jak zdejmie będą z głowy ta pani woda, pocałuje swego męża, rączkę mu poda. Hej, hałaj dana, muzyka grała, hej, hałaj dana, z nocy do rana.
Might be dreaming, might be crazy, thinking you might love me, maybe. Poor hearts pounding, overflowing, taking bets, I know where it's going. Someday you'll love me, it's written in the stars. Someday you'll need me to hold you in my arms. Someday you'll want me just as much as I want you. Someday you'll love me, I will be the one. Someday you'll need me, just call and I will come. Someday you'll love me just as much as I love you. Just as much as I love you. There's a glimmer in your eyes now. What I'm sure of, soon we'll find out. Oh, I want you, moonlight dancing. I won't take no for an answer. Someday you'll love me, it's written in the stars. Someday you'll need me, hold you in my arms. Someday you'll want me just as much as I want you. Someday you'll love me, I will be the one. Someday you'll need me, just call and I will come. Someday you'll love me just as much as I love you. Just as much as I love you. Someday you'll love me, it's written in the stars. Someday you'll need me, hold you in my arms. Someday you'll want me just as much as I want you. Someday you'll love me, I will be the one. Someday you'll need me, just call and I will come. Someday you'll love me just as much as I love you. Just as much as I love you.
Wow-wee. If I do say so myself, that was one heck of a fine set of polka music for you right there. A fabulous 6-song set. Someday You'll Love Me from the Dynabrass from their 2020 recording. New music from Wally Dąbrowski as well, the Polish Wedding. Brand new music from the Rich Bobinski Orchestra with Ed Biagaj on the vocals. We also heard brand new music from Mike Costa and the Beat with Poor Girl. And some pretty new music from Ed Gutza doing Only You. And some very, very old music right there as well from Paliga's Polka Dots doing the fabulous Hey, Hey, Cavalier. Well, we are reaching near the top of the hour, and I thank you very much for your having tuned in and been with us today. Tell all your friends about it. Share it on social media. Spread the good word on Polka. We average between 500 and 1,000 listeners per week. Let's get it so that we're averaging between 1,000 and 2,000 listeners per week. Yes, indeed. We can do it. The Polish word of the day is strona. Ta książka liczy ponad 500 stron. Strona means page, and that sentence means this book or that book has over 500 pages. How about that? All right. Well, as we've come close to the end of the big broadcast for this week, I'll say as I always do, if the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, we will be back next week. Dziękuję bardzo for tuning in. And until then, do zobaczenia. Going to go out with some, I'm not sure, see now when it's printed here, it's Joe Wazaj. I've heard it pronounced though Joe Lazaj. So it's one of those two. And this is an old recording. I think it's from 1940, picked up from our friends over there on the Facebook group called Polka Music Still Shines. A great place to find great old recordings. But in any event, you're certainly going to recognize it, and I'm willing to bet that you're going to like it very much as well. So until next week, do zobaczenia.